He's a generational talented fighter. Like, he accomplished what no other fighter is ever going to accomplish.
Yeah.
Again, but I feel like, he did it on his own.
Watching Floyd fight is actually more my style of that perfect box. When I do a pound for pound ranking, I'm trying to Pacquiao jump more weight classes. What he did pound for pound to me was more impressive.
Hard work first. Do it quick. You mind your cards. You focus. Stop.
Even as speed declines, Floyd Mayweather believes that power, skill, and legacy still set him apart and keep victory within reach.
You may lose speed, you may lose athleticism, but that power gonna still be there. Look at George Foreman.
Right.
Max Kellerman praises Manny Pacquiao, saying his career accomplishments surpassed those of Floyd Mayweather Jr., and noting that he still delivered a strong performance even after years away.
Isn't going broke.
Right.
So, by the way, if he is, that he makes all the money in the world for a Pacquiao fight and rides off into the sunset a rich man, I wish him the best.
I want to fight somebody. I don't care about the money and all that. Who you want him to fight?
That's not good with Pacquiao. Pacquiao just drew with Barrios.
And you see what he look like?
Yeah, because they're not on that level anymore.
What do you think's going to happen here, though? What do you think's going to happen in Mayweather Pacquiao? Are you interested in it?
Yep.
Is it a good fight?
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
Watch it. The first one was awful, but now they're 50 years old. Let's see it.
Nicholas Irving points out that a fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao today would draw limited fan interest, since their matchup already reached its peak more than a decade ago.
Today is his birthday. He just turned 49.
Okay. I mean, granted, Pacquiao and Floyd are still better than a lot of fighters out that are active right now. That's how good they were in their prime, and that's the dedication they had to the sport. But, like, again, no one asked for a Floyd-Pacquiao fight, part 2. We've already watched the first one, and I think that first one should have happened way before in his career. Way before that fight, back when they were both, hungry dogs and not hopping around trying to do this fight to keep a whatever record. Pacquiao's my guy, too, but I just don't have a desire to watch these two go back at it again. I saw the first one, and it was just like every other Floyd fight after he broke his hand.
Joe Rogan tells Jim Lampley that Manny Pacquiao possesses unmatched power, highlighting his dominance across 8 weight classes and his exceptionally unique record.
Kept his power through 8 weight classes. That is just wild. Like, what other fighter can you name that went through 8 different weight classes as a world champion?
I can't. None. No. Obvious.
Jim Lampley explains that power punching is a science, not just a physical talent, and Manny Pacquiao naturally executes it with remarkable precision.
Power punching is not a physical gift. Power punching is a science. Power punching is the product of real technical knowledge. Power punching is about footwork, weight shift, the angle at which you deliver the punch, all sorts of things not directly related to your strength or, quote,
Even at his age, Manny Pacquiao stays determined and strong, emphasizing that boxing relies on passion, skill, and dedication, not on age.
Boxing for 4 years. It's good for me, for my body, because I started boxing when I was young, so good for my body to rest for 4 years, and then now I come back. I feel like the passion, the fire in my eyes, to work hard, like that, still there.
Returning to training, and the ring revitalizes Manny Pacquiao, enhancing his confidence, sharpening his focus, and renewing his sense of purpose.
It's a good thing for me that I have rest. I have time to rest for the longest time in my career. It help a lot for my body and my mind relaxing. And this time around, I am so excited and feeling like I'm young.
Do you feel you have something to prove in this fight, Manny? I know you've accomplished so much, but do you feel you personally want to show something to the world or prove something?
Oh yeah, it's a challenge that they might think that Manny's career is over and he's old like that. So something wrong that I need to prove it, and I'm not done.
As Manny Pacquiao's trainer, Freddie Roach believes Manny could defeat Floyd Mayweather Jr. in a rematch, finally revealing what circumstances prevented him from showing in their first encounter.
Like he had turned back the clock maybe 5 years. It looked like he was quicker, sharper, more explosive than I've seen him since pre-Floyd Mayweather fight.
I do agree with you, and he gave up his killer instinct a lot, but he didn't want to hurt his opponents, and all he had to do was beat them. And after losing a couple bad decisions, that kind of went away a little.
So did you see a little more killer instinct?
Definitely, yeah. In this training camp, it was. Even in his last fight, it was a little more. He's shown a little bit more each fight, and then in this training camp,
Manny Pacquiao is fully immersed in boxing, declaring that his complete focus is on the sport, with all distractions left behind.
I miss the sport I love since when I was young, and after, but it's good for me because when I rest 4 years, like my body is still okay, and then I keep on, even though I hung up my gloves, but I always work out, playing basketball.
Oh, you do still?
Yeah, work out, playing basketball, gym, and badminton, like that. So because my house is, I have my own gym, so I can work out, basketball, badminton, like that, things like that.
But what did Freddie Roach say when you called him and said, Freddie, we're gonna fight again? What did he say to you? Remember?
Yeah, he's happy. He's just observing me, and then he saw my speed, my movement, like that. Still.
Manny Pacquiao displays incredible speed during training camp, moving with precision and agility, highlighting his sharp reflexes and explosive boxing talent.
Samahan natin sa laban niya. Ang isang nag-undergo ng training ay hindi lamang po ito para sa ibang tao o para sa kanina, kundi para din sa ating sarili. We undergo training because we want to learn more and we want to improve ourselves.
Manny Pacquiao enters training with complete determination, ready to face Floyd Mayweather Jr. once more. This time, his focus is entirely on preparation, leaving behind past distractions, injuries, and setbacks. Every punch, movement, and drill is purposeful, enhancing both speed and power, while prioritizing safety and precision. He trains with discipline, refining his timing, footwork, and strategy to ensure he reaches peak performance without risking harm. Manny's mindset is clear. This rematch is all about skill, focus, and flawless execution. Fully committed, he approaches each day with intensity, ready to give his best while safeguarding his body and legacy.
The time comes, comes to my mind, my heart, I'm busy, I'm tired. Then forget about boxing. Then, right? But as long as you have passion and dedication, you still have fire. Yes, of course. But look at your body also, because sometimes your mind is active, but your body gets
Mine stopped a long time ago.
So that's why I'm trying.
Nicholas Irving explains that if a fight between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. was truly meant to happen, it would have taken place over a decade ago. He notes that 11 years ago, both fighters were at their peak, and the boxing world was fully invested in the matchup. However, the fight never materialized at that time. Now, more than 10 years later, fan interest has greatly declined. Irving suggests that the renewed push for a rematch seems more like an effort to create a spectacle for fans rather than a contest between two prime competitors. He believes this timing undermines the authenticity of the matchup, making it feel like a commercial event instead of a historically significant fight.
I think it just, beating up, Mike Tyson and the whole Pacquiao thing, just like no one asked for it.
No, and in terms of the Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao fight, I'm with you, and I am a boxing fan. When they fought the first time, it was 5 years too late.
Exactly.
It's been 11 years since that first fight.
Damn. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Like a legit 11 years. I think they fought somewhere 2016, maybe 2015, 2016. This is the fight nobody asked for.
Yeah.
And if y'all didn't make that fight worth watching, when you were 11 years young.
Sean Porter recently shared his view on the upcoming Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. matchup, stressing that Manny taking this fight may not carry the significance it seems to. Porter highlights that the main motivation for Mayweather returning to ring is financial. He explains that Floyd's persona throughout his career has centered on wealth, luxury, and living life on his own terms, private jets, extravagant purchases, and high-profile events. According to Porter, nearly every major decision in Mayweather's career has been driven more by earnings than by competition or legacy.
You see a fighter retire and then come back, don't jump to the conclusion that that fighter is broke. Don't jump to the conclusion that that fighter don't know what else to do with their lives. Understand that that fighter has put in countless hours and days and years, upwards to the 30 and 40. And when that person says, I'm going back to work, that's essentially what they're doing. They're just going back to work. Can't be too mad at it.
I think the main thing, I don't know how much people are mad and hate Manny, but Floyd's whole persona was, I print money. I'm bigger than the dollar.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
I got a private jet. I got a house here, a mansion here. Everything was money, 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 money. And people watch Floyd for majority of his career for him to lose.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you lost all that money. People just want to see him
Right.
Floyd lose because of the persona he built up. Floyd Money.
Sean Porter further explains that a true rematch with Manny Pacquiao was never part of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s plan. After their first fight, Floyd proved he had decisively beaten Pacquiao and simply stepped away, leaving no opportunity for a return bout at that time. Porter suggests that the idea of a new fight is less about proving superiority and more about generating revenue, attracting fans, and leveraging lingering curiosity about their rivalry. While Manny's involvement might excite audiences, the underlying motivation, according to Porter, stems from Mayweather's business-driven approach and his desire to maintain financial control. Interview 15. Paulie Malignaggi and Chris Algieri examined Manny Pacquiao's power and technique, noting that even at 47, his punches still carry notable impact. Malignaggi highlights that Pacquiao's punches hit like bricks, combining speed with force. He explains that while many fighters rely mostly on speed, Pacquiao had tremendous snap, producing powerful punches despite his age. The analysts also reflect on Pacquiao's performance against Mario Barrios. After a 4.5-year layoff, he still threw strong punches, although the explosive snap from his prime had diminished. Malignaggi notes that Barrios' limited reactions contributed to Pacquiao's perceived effectiveness, as Barrios only throws when in a specific position, giving Pacquiao easier targets.
He's forced at almost 50 years old to come out of retirement to jeopardize his own, which he never really wanted to jeopardize. He never wanted to get Pacquiao his rematch. I beat him.
Yeah.
I walked away in his mind and with a record to back it up. You know, it's an art. He has a seat at the table of the greatest who ever did it. I don't think he ever wanted to jeopardize it. And so if you're coming back having to jeopardize it when you didn't really want to, and people could argue it's not jeopardized, he'll always be Pacquiao 7 days a week and all that. That's a different dynamic.
I don't think a rematch was needed at the time either.
Well, it's not needed now.
Yeah, but that back then,
Yeah, it's not needed now. So I think there's a difference, though, between, I'm fighting for money. Yes, I'm still in my prime or close to it. I can still operate at the highest level, and I'm coming back because I owe people money and I need to get back.
Chris Algieri and Paulie Malignaggi also discussed how age impacts a boxer's ability to generate speed. After years away from the ring, even an elite fighter like Manny Pacquiao cannot fully reproduce the explosive snap of his 20s or 30s. Yet the force and precision of his punches still make a strong impact, showcasing his technical mastery. The conversation then shifts to legacy, noting that a rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr., while intriguing, would primarily hold significance for the fighters themselves. Although fans might debate his importance, the outcome would carry personal weight, serving as a final statement on their careers. Overall, the discussion highlights Pacquiao's enduring power, strategic boxing intelligence, and how his legacy remains intact even in the later stages of his career.
Keith Thurman, Pacquiao has bricks in his gloves. Like they're just hard.
At 47, even 40, even at 40, yeah, that snap.
The snap. The difference is. So I always said this about Pacquiao. But how's he punch? I mean, I'll make you punch is good. He's very, very fast, but also at the end of that is a brick. Because you can be really fast. You hit somebody with a feather. It's not, it'll get you reactive. No, he hits you. It's like boom, whoa. And again, I'm not the only person who says it. Thurman said the same thing. Another guy that he fought way older. and
But it wasn't
at
the same-
at 147.
But it wasn't the Pacquiao that, again, the way he looked against Barrios was very different, man. He was pushing his punch. I never saw him push out punches because he couldn't generate the speed and the
Never,
snap
also
on
never saw him after 4.5 years.
Dan Raphael explains that the fight between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been carefully scheduled, aligning both fighters' calendars for a September 19th matchup at the Sphere in Las Vegas. He emphasizes that this timing is intentional, allowing both boxers to prepare properly while maximizing fan excitement. The choice of venue underscores the fight scale, designed to create a spectacle rather than a standard boxing event.
In an exhibition bout, also probably in April, but in a different location. And it sets them up on the same time schedule where if they're going to do a rematch September 19th at the Sphere in Las Vegas, the fact that Netflix is doing it is not surprising at all. That's always been what they've been talking about doing. I think both fighters and everybody involved understands that it's one thing when everybody wanted to see the fight in 2015, you put it on pay-per-view and it's going to be a blockbuster, which it was. They charged $100 for the pay-per-view, the biggest price ever for a pay-per-view. And it set every conceivable record that you could think of in terms of gate, boxing, pay-per-view buys, overall revenue, the sponsorships, the merchandise. You pick a metric and it broke the record. That would not be the case now, 11 years down the road, since they first fought in 2015. So they needed somebody to put up big money, and it really fits the profile of what Netflix is trying to.
Dan Raphael highlights Netflix's role in promoting the fight, noting that it aligns with the platform strategy of backing high-profile events that capture broad public attention. Unlike typical boxing matches that depend mainly on traditional pay-per-view audiences, Netflix provides massive global reach, exposing the fight to audiences beyond the usual fan base. He explains that this partnership is a natural fit, as both Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. are legendary figures whose clash carries built-in hype and media coverage. Raphael also emphasizes that while the fight is exciting, it is equally driven by business strategy. Aligning schedules, selecting a high-profile venue, and collaborating with Netflix are all designed to maximize financial return and global visibility. He concludes that the fight's timing, media approach, and venue elevated beyond a standard sporting event, aiming to become a cultural moment in boxing history.
Want to do big events, and whatever you want to say about it, maybe not for guys like me or you who are involved in doing boxing-related stuff on a daily basis, but for the regular person that's scrolling through Netflix to see what's on a weekend night, they're going to look and say, oh, Mayweather, Pacquiao, I know those guys. They're as famous as any boxers in the world. And if it doesn't cost me any extra money and I'm just paying my normal subscription, yeah, I'll check it out. And it's going to do big numbers. That's why Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson did the numbers it did. And that's why, we saw them be interested in a fight like Jake Paul against Anthony Joshua and the other events that they have done. Tyson Fury's come back as they try to, build up more in the UK. And this is going to be the same situation. They put out a lot of money to do the fight, but not as much as what obviously they generated in 2015. And, it'll be a big event. But how much of a fight it will be?
That's a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you next time.